Hi, this is Ellie, and welcome to Chamber Chatting. I am here today with our very own Mr. Royce Brooks.
Woohoo!
Hi, Royce.
Hi, Ellie. How are you?
I'm good. So, Royce is our Director of Corporate Accounts here at the Chamber. So he handles all of our membership sales in the sales department, which we love.
Yes.
And I love too.
So, Royce, you just started with us this year, but before actually being employed by the Chamber, you were maybe the biggest supporter of the Chamber. You served as a diplomat for how many years?
4 years.
And you were Diplomat of the Year how many years?
3 years.
And how many times were you Diplomat of the Month?
21 times.
Wow.
Is it bad that I know all these numbers?
Well, there has to be a record for a record to be beat, right?
That's true.
I don't know if that was a record, but I did win it 3 years in a row, which has only happened one other time.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So we kind of knew Royce was going to be good at his job before he came in, right?
Right.
So Royce, this summer on Chamber Chatting, we are talking about Small Business Summer, and we're focusing on small businesses. So as the Director of Corporate Accounts, you deal with, well, all of our members. You welcome all of our members and get them to join the Chamber. But this summer we're talking specifically about our small businesses. You have worked for small businesses in the past. What are some of the benefits that a small business can reap from a chamber member?
Yeah, I primarily deal with small and medium-sized businesses when I'm looking at new chamber members.
Mm-hmm. What kind of benefits can small business owners reap from a chamber membership?
Well, the number one reason that someone joins the chamber is to get new members themselves or new customers. So what I tell them is joining the chamber is kind of like joining the gym. That you get out of your membership what you put into it. You don't join the gym and get in shape just because you joined the gym. So if you join the chamber, you need to come to the events, you need to get involved with networking, you need to find some committees that you're passionate about and be a part of that, be it the chairman's ball or eventually maybe Diplomats or
Taste of the Town.
Yeah, Taste of the Town is a good one, and the Economic Outlook Conference. So those are all good ones. But people that join, if it will work for them if they work. They'll get out of it what they put into it.
Absolutely.
So I definitely make sure they understand that. I don't want them to join the chamber and then a year from now they fire us where they just don't renew their membership.
Right, because they haven't found value.
Yes.
Absolutely. And the Diplomats are a huge part of how we combat that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Royce, when you worked for a small business, what teams did you find the most beneficial?
Well, I was a diplomat for 4 of the years, but before that, the first team I got on was the Chairman's Ball team because I heard that was a fun one. It was in the summertime. It worked well for my schedule with work. Sometimes you have to look at the committee based on how your business is. If it's, if there's a peak time during the year, maybe that, what's the word I'm trying to think of, supersedes you having the opportunity to actually volunteer. But for me, working on the Chairman's Ball team, where the majority of the work was done in, starting in mid-June till late August, that was perfect for me.
Okay.
So I was on that. I enjoyed that. From that, became a diplomat after attending a lot of the chamber events. And with the diplomat, I was on the Woodlands Idol team, the Business After Hours team. I helped some with the breakfast and then some with Taste of the Town. And there's probably some others that I can't remember, to be honest with you. But I helped with a lot of them. And sometimes just at last minute, if they just needed help, like with Taste of the Town on the loading dock or something, whatever it took, I wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah. What is your chamber membership kind of meant to you personally? I mean, outside of them working for us.
It's helped me meet some really good people, make some new friends. I'm fortunate. My wife and I were empty nesters, so this is really one of the best ways for us to socialize. And you get to meet people, you get to learn what's going on in the Woodlands. You become sort of a subject matter expert of the different things going on. So I'm very involved or want to be very involved in what's going on politically, what's going on with the infrastructure and all that. And it helps to know that. And once people learn that you have a lot of information on that, you're kind of a go-to person for that. And all of a sudden your opinion matters because you have a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but do you have a favorite chamber event?
Man, I like Taste of the Town. I like the Chairman's Ball. The nice thing about those two things is that they're about 6 months apart.
Yeah.
So that kind of works out well. But I really like all the events. I enjoy the monthly events that happen from where I was involved with the Diplomat. I enjoy the business after hours. I enjoy the Meet the New Members reception. And I enjoy the networking breakfast, and they all have their pluses on advantages for business. I didn't get to do much with the YPN, unfortunately, because you have to be 39 or less. So I did attend some of those events. I was always happy when they were open to the all chamber members, and I would try to take advantage of that and meet some of the up-and-coming youngsters in the community.
Youngsters.
Well, yeah, they're younger than a lot of them are younger than my kids, so I can consider them youngsters, but it's nice to see them and see them getting involved in the community at an early age. It's something I didn't do in my 20s and early 30s, and I kind of regret it. I think it is very beneficial to have more knowledge of what's going on in the community. And
I agree.
I think in the Woodlands you see a lot more of that than you do in other towns.
Absolutely. So Royce, when you're talking to small business owners, what are some pieces, like someone comes to you and says, hey, which this happens a lot because you are a connector. So they say, hey, I want to start this business, or I just started this business and I'm here at the chamber kind of as a first step, which is a great first step. But what are some other resources that you give them other than our chamber membership?
Well, I talk to them about the Small Business Administration and make sure they're aware of the services that are available for free for them. I refer them to Steve Hamilton a lot. And then I also talk to them about the other media in the area and ask them if they're aware of it. Sometimes a new business is new to the area and they don't know who some of the players are in the local area, and they're just worried about making sure their website's up. And there's other media that can offer them assistance in growing their business and expanding their network, and I make sure they're aware of them, and I tell them the pluses and the minuses of them based on and I tell them it's strictly my opinion, but I have a lot of contacts with those people, and I make sure that they're aware of what's out there so that they can do something. I don't want them to just think if they open their business and turn the lights on that people are going to show up. They need to actively market it, especially in the Woodlands where you can drive by a new business and never know that it's even there because of all the beautiful trees that we have up.
Yeah, exactly. I love that you really are a connector and sort of a mentor to people in that way. So I appreciate that, Royce.
I like to be. And thank you for saying that.
Absolutely. Okay, Royce. All right, Royce, so a lot of small business owners have a variety of different experiences. Royce, tell me about how your past jobs have prepared you for the career that you're in today.
Well, I've had jobs in the past working with a variety of different businesses, which is very helpful, so that most of the businesses that come in here, I have worked with in the past in trying to sell them different types of advertising. And the other thing that's helped me is I've moved a lot. And I've actually lived in the last 25 years, I've lived in 11 different states.
Oh my goodness.
And so when I meet someone that's here from somewhere else, there's a really good chance either I lived in the state they lived in or I worked in the state that they lived. So we have something to kind of connect on. And when you're trying to sell people stuff, the number one thing you want to do is just connect with them on a personal level.
Sure.
And it makes it a whole lot easier to connect with them on a personal level if you understand their business, or if you can talk about maybe the town they grew up in or where they moved from, or something like that. So it just makes it a whole lot easier and helps them, to form a relationship with me a lot quicker than sometimes it would normally happen. So that's been very beneficial. So when I think about all the moves I've done, as much as I didn't like some of them, in the long run, it's really helped get me here, number one. But second, it's helping me with the career I have now.
You do. I have noticed that about you. You always have a way to connect with somebody.
Yes, you do. He's a super connector.
Oh, yeah.
There's really a word for that. There was a LinkedIn article on being a super connector. So, yes, you are a super connector.
No, it's been very beneficial. So that it does help. I met a guy, or talked to an account this week that moved here from California, and found out where he was from, and he said Sacramento area, and I named the area, and I said, have you ever been to Jackson? And he goes, yeah, and he says, they have a casino there now, and I said, I remember when they celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, and all that, and we talked on that. Next thing you know, it's no longer a sales call, we're just visiting, and he says, so what do you think I should do? Versus he's telling me what to do. So it's just beneficial.
It also makes you a great addition to a trivia team. So there's that little feather in your cap,
that's
too.
helpful too, yeah.
Well, Royce, thanks so much for joining us today, and thanks for sharing about what small businesses mean to the Chamber and how we can help them.
You're very welcome. Small businesses are the heart of the Chamber, so that's very important to me, and I'm glad it's very important to you all too.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I'm Ellie P.
And I'm Holly P.
And this is Two Peas in a Podcast, where we tell you what's going on in the Chamber this week.
So Ellie, this week, Tuesday, we have the Business After Hours is hosted by Consolidated Communications out there in Conroe, 336 South.
Correct.
Loop. Okay, it's from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a complimentary event. These Business After Hours are really well attended. There's usually well over 100 people. You just sign in. You drop your business card in the little black top hat, and there's door prizes and lots of fun stuff. So again, a Business After Hours this Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30. I'll be there.
I'll
know.
be there.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys all there.
And don't forget, next week is networking breakfast. So it's Wednesday, July 20th, and it's at 7:01 a.m. because 7 o'clock is just
far too early. Mm-hmm.
Be sure to register online for networking breakfast. It's $10 for chamber members, $20 for prospective members. It's a great event. It's a fantastic breakfast over at Fleming's. So be sure to register online because that'll make your check-in process a lot faster.
Right.
Because we want to make sure we get started right at 7:01 so that everyone can get their commercial in before we head out. So, and you can get on with your day. So register online, woodlandschamber.org. There's that black scrolling box on the left-hand side that has all of our events scheduled in it. Just click on the one for the July networking breakfast, and it'll take you right to the registration page. It's super easy. You can pay with your credit card. It's no big deal. So register online, and we will see you on Wednesday.
And this is Holly P.
And this is Holly P.
And this is Two Peas in a Podcast.
Thanks.